Let's say good morning, everybody. Welcome to welcome to Workout Wednesdays with Dr. V and Miguel Cervantes, the one and only. And we are talking about proper way to do ab crunches and whether you should even be trying to do them. First of all, I think we both agree on it, and I know this is true. Will ab crunches help with belly fat?
No.
No. Ab crunches will not get rid of belly fat, that little extra weight we carry around. Like me, myself, I'll talk about myself this week. I get a little bit pudgy right here. You know, that middle-aged belly pudge right here.
Now, just to kind of clarify, because we kind of hit on this the last videos and some comments and stuff. Now, whereas, abdominal core work is not going to specifically reduce belly fat.
Yeah, because you can't.
When it's part of a comprehensive program,
yes,
then you are using it for a specific reason, and that exercise is then creating a little bit of a caloric deficit. Over time, you can see body fat reduction in places that are specific to you based on your genetics.
In summary, though, you can't spot reduce fat.
You
can't spot reduce fat.
That's the last place it's coming off.
So you can sit there and do ab crunches all day long. You won't lose belly fat. So let's try to get smarter when we work out and understand why we're working out. So I like your idea about why we do core work, and what Miguel is going to demonstrate on me is proper core work and different types of core work. Now remember, some of the stuff he's going to show us, we get progressively harder, so make sure that you are physically fit to work out. The first thing we're going to do is just talk about, let's talk about like what not to do with ab crunches, because I see a lot of neck strain and things like that.
Yeah, so
I'm going to move this back. And
I want to mention something that's quite funny. Like,
you sit up here.
I deal with, that's not a nice way to put it, I primarily am training females, okay? Yeah. But women, they think they have like a lot of abdominal fat, they tend to store it in other places too, more so than just there. Now, guys can have like zero body fat anywhere else, and it's all just right there in the abdomen. So, I mean, guys are like the worst when it comes to like, oh my god, I gotta do these crunches, and then you throw a little bit of testosterone and ego on top of that, and they're just like killing their back, right?
Yeah,
a lot.
So let's talk about this. So I'm lying on a little yoga mat, and what I see a lot of is, first of all, people trying to do sit-ups, and they throw their hips up like this, and they swing like that. Yeah. Now, is that a good form for a sit-up?
No.
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 Why not?
Too much movement. That's weird. I don't know why I do. Probably for momentum.
Yeah, momentum works.
Now, we do something. The only type of crunch I have duck doing is where you put your feet together. Yeah. And I don't even like to start with like the base of your feet, the soles of your feet touching. And you use your hands. Go ahead and throw your hands up. You're getting a little momentum. It's hard. But at the top, I don't know why I was pointing at the camera. You're squeezing super hard right there at the end, right?
And then slowly
But he also has a tight low back.
Yeah.
So once you squeeze these core muscles, it starts to relieve the muscles in the back right there. So what I use this for is to loosen up a little. And the fact that you're getting a lot of momentum with the arm throw, you're not going to be straining.
Should you be grabbing your head and like?
No. So as far as grabbing your head, you've probably seen those rockers, right? So it'll have a placement for your head,
right? And
then you kind of swivel on this rocker-looking device, right? I wouldn't go spend money on them. Probably a little bit more effective.
They have them in the gym.
Yeah, a little more effective than a traditional crunch. But
so let's say someone is like really out of shape, like most of my patients.
So
how do we get started?
That's a good question. All I would have you do is to learn how to engage this right here. Is to slide your hand under your low back. So just go ahead and
low back, like that.
There you go. Yeah, I think they can see that better. And what you're attempting to do, everybody's going to have a little bit of curve in that low back there to a certain different degree, especially if you have a big old butt, right? And there's like, oh my god, I can fit a car under there.
Junk in my throat.
So we want to Squeeze those abdominals like I was about to drop a bowling ball right under your stomach.
Don't drop a bowling ball.
And push your low back
Down.
into the ground.
Like that?
And hold it for about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And relax.
Okay.
And do it again.
1.
So what you notice also what's happening
3.
is you're to create that flatness there, the pelvis is rotating to the rear.
Yeah.
Whereas if you were standing up, it was tilted forward like this. That's an anterior tilt, right? Too much anterior tilt, and women, you will have an excessive little
Like
pooch,
right here.
a pooch, and like you think it's fat or something, but it's a
Pelvis.
lot of times, it's your pelvis just pushing out like this.
Whoa.
So if you tighten these muscles up here and the muscles of the glute, like your gluteals, those two muscles together tilt your pelvis back. Take a little bit of that arch away from the low back.
So this is working my core right here,
Right there.
and I'm not hurting my back at all.
No, you're not.
I'm not straining my neck.
You're not bending. You're not flexing.
Yeah.
You're actually just
I'm
tightening,
tightening my core.
compressing, squeezing.
Like that.
There you go. And then, of course, you would then to
It's
progress
like
this.
that scene from Rocky where
Exactly. We can do another scene from Rocky if you let me hang you
No,
from the ceiling,
I'm not hanging.
and I can just punch you like a piece of meat. No?
Right.
Okay.
No,
All right.
I'm not doing that scene.
Maybe at your graduation day from this. So how we progress from here? Hold it for longer periods. Start to move
Okay.
the arms and legs. Here's a great progression.
Okay.
So remove your hand.
All right.
Now just lock in that tilt. So
I'm
now you're
locked in tight.
engaged.
Okay.
Now you start to move your arms up overhead.
Like,
Just like that, reach up overhead.
like that.
And and again, nope, like there you go,
that.
boom.
Okay. So
So now we're learning how to engage the core and simultaneously move your arms.
what?
Okay, and then we'll get to maybe just marching with the legs, just like alternate the arms and legs. Now you're learning how to engage the core and move your legs.
So it's alternating arms and legs like that.
Alternating arms and legs. Now, when it's done in a very specific manner, this is called a dead bug, or there's other versions of it, right? Yeah.
But my core's tight the whole time.
The core is tight. That back is actually pushed
So
firmly.
I'm not letting my back go up.
Nope.
I'm down and I'm engaged.
Squeezing, and you'll
Squeezing.
feel it getting tired here.
It's
but
getting tired.
It's not too much.
No.
It's not too much. Now this is done supine on your back, going front to back. Then we can start. So if you were standing up, just imagine he would be moving in a front to back motion. You can do these flaring your arms out to the side like you're doing jumping jacks, right? That's a different plane of motion.
Yeah.
You can start to just mix it up. Okay. So when we actually get into Duck's core work, I have one movement where he's moving front to back. When his core is being challenged front to back, the core is being challenged side to side and also rotationally. And that rotation one is the tricky part. So you want to demonstrate them more?
Well, yeah. Before though, instead of doing crunches, you have me doing the leg lifts.
Yeah,
Let's demonstrate that.
So we're not flexing that low back.
Yep.
And because
There.
he has a tight thoracic spine that's a little bit straighter than we want a little bit more curve to it, I have him doing these reverse crunches.
Reverse crunch.
A reverse crunch where what do you feel at the top? You feel it like
right here.
there, like
Yeah,
really high up, right?
Oh, right there.
Squeezing at the top. Squeezing at the top.
Right.
And you're not loaded, you're not bearing any unnecessary weight. You're strengthening.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's say he has me go through the different planes, and we'll demonstrate that next week. Let's save it for next
that's
week.
a bit, of course
You're
you're in phase 3, so that is something that is, kind of down the road there.
Now, would this exercise be good for a beginner?
It
Or is
would
this more
be,
advanced?
It is a bit advanced in that you don't want to use a ton of momentum. It would be nice to have something to hold on to, because then you can really control
hold
your
on to
body.
ankles.
Exactly. And then how does this progress? Then you can hang, right? Obviously, if you're hanging from something and having to lift your whole body, so in the CrossFit world, I mean, we're talking like way many stages out there, progressions. That's called the toes to bar.
Yeah.
Toes to bar, where you have a straight leg and you touch your toes to where your hands are hanging above you. You know? So there's about 100 steps in between to get you there.
So next week we'll do some of the rotational core work that we do.
Yeah, the rotation is important in that when we rotate to work our core, or even stretch, right? Everybody's done this, kind of laid on their back and thrown that leg over to the side to stretch the low back. You shouldn't be rotating from the low back right there. That should all be coming from your upper back. And that's just a whole other video. That's a good one.
Yeah, so we've done about 3 different beginner, slide over here behind me a little bit, Miguel. We've done about 3 different core workout exercises for you guys. That's nice and demonstrates a safer way than to doing ab crunches. I hope you guys like that. Next week we'll do ab crunches again, but we'll do the rotational stuff. So thank you guys for watching. We're gonna take a few questions now. Real quick, you